Hello everyone, this is Sean and welcome back to episode number 5 of our Rimworld Alpha 15 Knife's Edge Let's Play. We're playing on Cassandra Extreme Permadeath with the self-imposed no turret challenge for our tribal colony. It is the 5th of spring, and when we left off the Ponds of Knife's Edge, we're just finishing up building a smoke leaf joint production facility. I know, because I just watched the end of the last episode and I spent way too long setting up this thing. But that'll be exciting, and this guy, Hamster, he is getting close to being able to walk again, hopefully. Barring a disaster, we're 2/3 of the way to our heal root being produced. We've got some berries just rotting in the rain right now. I don't really like them sitting out there. They will deteriorate 10% a day, so we've got a few days to get them inside, but it sure would be nice to get them in there. Let's get this clock running because, well, we should get the game running because the clock is running. Time is running out already on this video. We're like 1 minute in and nothing's been happening yet. Even with the clock running, still nothing is really happening. Gray's out here, playing horseshoes? It's not very exciting. Hamster is bedridden. Everybody else is still sleeping, I guess. People are starting to get up. Rat sleeping out there. This thing's gonna rot. This gazelle. Probably should get... Who's my cook? Minoka, I think, is my cook now. Get Minoka butchering. Why can't you butcher the gazelle? Maybe I can have Leopard haul the gazelle, and then I can have Minoka butcher it. And I think the clock resets once you butcher the animal, so I should get another day and a half or whatever before that meat rots. But let's find out. Two days. Great. Well, I bought some time there. That's good to know. It's one of those things I kind of always suspected, but I was never quite sure of. So that'll help keep our pemmican stocks doing all right. And if worse comes to worse, we seem to have a good amount of raw vegetables coming in, so I shouldn't have to worry about running out of that. Odd that I don't have anything growing there. I like to have nice square growing zones, but it's kind of silly that I would have that and just leave this area. You were supposed to hook up with that area, but whatever. Oh, it's because you're a stockpile zone, so never mind. Let's try putting a growing zone there instead. And you know what? I'm not going to have you hook up with that other area because I'm going to make you corn. Corn is king in Rimworld. It takes a little longer to grow, but although I haven't looked at the stats recently, corn used to be kind of OP in Alpha 14, and you know, especially like in Alpha 12 or whatever it was. I don't remember when it was introduced. I feel like it wasn't part of the original game, or I got in at like Alpha 8 or something. I don't think corn was around back then. I don't know. Who knows? It's hard to remember. It's a long time ago. Played a lot since then. Are we on the top speed? We are. Doesn't seem like much is going on because we only got, well, Gray is doing a lot of researching down there, trying to get stone walls, right? That will be handy. Then I can worry about building a more exterior wall, probably along here. Guess I could jump down there at that point. But I'm going to want that wall to serve as a wall for my buildings later on, so I could probably maybe connect through there and then leave this as an exterior wall for now, and then make that a stone wall, and then kind of come up through here like this, because I definitely want to wall off my garden area. Although once again, I'm not convinced that animals will still come and eat my food. Maybe they won't eat my food as long as there's other food available out here. And there seems to be quite a bit of it available in, oh, that's nice. Quite a bit of it available in the wild on this temperate forest map. We'll see if anybody goes up and hauls those simple meals. They are pretty far away, and my pawns don't seem to be really putting a lot of priority on hauling. Not that I blame them. I did put wood floors in here, right? So having wood floors in your kitchen, or any kind of floors, but having floors in your kitchen will help reduce food poisoning, I believe. if through no other reason, and I think it is the only reason, because it keeps things cleaner in there. Just less dirt. But there may be more to it than that. I guess this is considered a room, right? Because it's enclosed. So it's very dirty, minus 96, whereas you're at minus 31. You have a nope, you have a wood floor, don't you? So 0. So these guys are staying clean, but it's dirty outside. I wonder why the kitchen is so dirty. And it's pretty dirty in here too, and I think it's just because all the dirt floors. Like, are any of these rooms with dirt floors considered clean? They don't seem to be. So I think you have to build floors in order to get it even start being clean. So I should probably build wood floors in this room as well. Make people happy, but it would eat up a lot of my resources. I have like 1,400 wood. So maybe it's not the highest priority right now. Thrombos, 74%. It's just getting closer and closer to having some heal root. Giving good old hamster a peg leg. How's hamster holding up? Probably, yep, joy deprived and darkness. Let's give him a torch. Not going to hurt anything. One little concession to his happiness. I'll put a torch in there too. I don't know that it helps with cooking or anything, but at least it makes people feel a little better. They don't like sitting in the dark. They just run on wood, so I may as well build a couple of them. It's not going to hurt. Looks nicer. How are our social folks training up? We only have the one. He's at level 6. I'd really like to get him to a higher level than that. I didn't have another one die, did I? I must have just taken a leopard off of it so we could train green up. I want to get him to like at least level 8. Just so when we do have the opportunity to recruit a potential new colonist, maybe we can actually get it taken care of. Excuse me. Worked all day today. It's a long day at work. But I have promised myself that I will not complain about work on the this isn't a podcast. This is like my my making up for not having a podcast. But anyways, I'm not going to complain about work or my personal life in general. But my personal life is actually pretty good, aside from work. So strawberries, is that what we're growing here? What we're going to do is we're going to... No. Stay turned off, please. We're going to turn these off and switch them over to corn. And then as these fields come in, we will make the transition to a corn-based food economy, I guess, if that's the right word. I don't know that economy is exactly the right word, but you get what I'm saying. And I'm going to cut one of these. You know what? I'm not going to... No. Oh, I keep wanting to grow those dandelions. I'm not going to cut that cotton out because I'm actually just going to go ahead and plant a couple of new zones of corn. So we'll do one here. Now I do those weird little things like that so I don't accidentally hook up with one of these and drag it out to be like 12 squares or whatever. Like if I put a tile right here and then dragged 5 squares, it would be a part of this zone. So I put it here, which starts a new zone, and then I make it 5 by 5. So that way my zones don't overlap. It's probably not... I mean, I won't even say probably. It's definitely not necessary. I don't know if I would consider it advisable, but it's not really bad either. You know, it's I like having these nice little squares that I can rotate. I just showed you how I rotate it. I'm going to turn this one off, change it to corn, and then once they harvest all that rice, it'll be empty, and then I'll turn the corn on, and it'll grow corn. It's real handy when you're producing too much food. You can switch over to cotton for a season. You can switch over to whatever smoke leaf, or if you have way too much food, you can switch to devil strand. But whatever you switch to. So I've gotten plenty of muffalo stuff as well. What am I? I'm going for smithing first, huh? I thought I was going for stone cutting. I really need complex clothing as well. Boy. Hunter lacks ranged weapons, so that would be gray and gray. What? I do not. Why do I have grenades sitting in that area? Gray, why don't you go ahead and equip that short bow? Why don't I turn grenades off? We're going to go to weapons. We're going to go to ranged weapons. We're going to go to grenades and click turn that off. Any other stupid weapons I don't want in here? Like if I somehow came across a Doomsday rocket launcher, I don't know that I've ever seen one of those outside of like a combat supplier. I'm not going to put it there. If I come across an incendiary launcher, I don't want to burn my map down. No minigun, please. I'm tired of those Pilas. I don't need a pistol. Short bow, sure. Right now that's what you have, so that's what you're going to use. I don't need a triple rocket launcher there, that's for sure. Yeah, I think I've already... It's just the one. Thrombo, not thrombos. Gray is smoking a doobie. You know, I forgot to change the drug policy, didn't I? Yep, so I do not like them using drugs for joy, but I don't mind them using drugs for mood management. So I don't like them to use joints, that is. I don't really like them using beer either, but I just don't keep it around. I'll put it on there in case we run across some, but I don't keep it around. So every 2 days, we'll pretty much avoid addiction problems. I don't think I had one smoke leaf addict in Fallville. And I think I only saw one time where one pawn had a tolerance built up. So every other day is great for using it for mood management. And I only use it if mood is below. I'm going to set it to 40%. And then maybe I'll set up a new rule for someone who's like a edgy, unhappy person. And I'll let them use it regardless of whatever their joy level is. That's not really a concern. I just only want them to use it when they're in a bad mood. And we're going to go ahead and close that up. And let's look at my pawns in general. So he goes into a break at 35. So 47 for Leopard. Everybody else is at 35, huh? So I think I'll keep it at 40. Even for Leopard, you know, he goes into a minor break at 47. But that's all right. He's gonna be in a bad mood all the time. It must be that 35 plus 12 is 47. I could see why some respected players don't like the too smart trait. Like they think that it's negative. I've also seen somebody else feel that the fast learner, no, it must have been too smart, not fast. Why would fast learner be a bad trait? It's a pretty good trait. It's basically too smart without the negativity. Well, still lots of running around. Oh, look at this. Finally get some of this harvested. We'll be able to start treating hamster here. Let's set up a stockpile zone specifically for the medicine. What do I got going on? Oh, this zone is still in here, huh? Let's go ahead and delete that growing zone out of there then. And we will set up the stockpile zone. And we will make it for medicine. Storage, clear all, important. Raw, no. Manufactured, right? Medicine, yeah. There you go. And it doesn't really matter which medicine. We'll put it all in there. There we go. How's Green doing on his social? Still at level 6. Almost more than halfway to level 7 anyways. This heal root. Oh, it's going to grow so soon here. Should be able to get hamster that leg tomorrow. Really got my fingers crossed for you, hamster. Could use your help with cooking and research. Not really melee so much. Well, no wonder you lost the leg. You're trying to fight that Muffalo hand to hand. Brave soldier. So, I noticed that none of my guys are using that pistol. I wonder if the pistol would be So we have an awful pistol, and he has a normal short bow. So can I look at that short bow? I don't think I can. I can if I go to gear and then click on the info button. That's how that works. Alright, so I didn't know you could get such accuracy up close. Damage is 10, and it's 0.66 seconds for the ranged cooldown. So 20 damage every, or no, 30 damage every 2 seconds, supposedly. And a pistol does 27 damage every 2 seconds. And seems to have much worse accuracy, 44% short accuracy. And I think that one had like a 60-some accuracy. It doesn't really matter because it was 80-something for touch. So I'm going to leave him with that. Leave him with the bow. Leopard here doesn't seem to have. Again, excuse me. Very disrespectful of me. Let's go ahead and have Leopard take that weapon because he just doesn't have any other weapon. This Pila, I don't mind, but it's so slow. 4-second cooldown. So that's only 15 damage every 2 seconds. Even the pistol is 27 damage every 2 seconds. Mortis has gotten food poisoning. Well, of course he has. Why wouldn't he? I built those wood floors. Come on. All right. Can you finally get your right leg, install peg leg, right leg? And we're going to pause it. What do I have for doctors? I have several. I think level 9. 10 for Minoka. As Minoka is doing the work, so let's let her do that. Hopefully Hamster doesn't die in a freak accident, which has been known to happen. Doesn't really happen to me, thankfully. I mean, I lose bionics and stuff, but I don't think I've had a patient die. One of my pawns die in a surgery accident. I have had a prisoner die. A couple of prisoners die in surgery accidents, but that doesn't really bother me. I'm more concerned about my pawns. So hopefully Hamster here survives just fine. How close are we to finding out? That takes a long time. Let's get back on here and let's turn it up the speed, and then we can find out more soon. Hey, he came out of it. Well, thank goodness. Alright, so Hamster can go back to cooking, which means I can take green off of cooking. And Hamster can help out with research, which is good. And that's pretty much all he's good for, but that's fine, because that's hauling and research and cooking. But now, because he's hobbled, I don't really want him leaving the area too much. So I'm going to change my areas a little bit here, and we're going to go to area. Well, let's manage areas. We're going to rename area 1 inside. Well, no, we're going to call it safe. A safe zone here, and we're going to close it, and then you're just going to go safe, and you're just going to, basically it's going to be inside the walls. So he's not going to get a whole lot of hauling done, but he should get some pretty good research done, and he'll be useful inside the walls. Maybe I'll let him go. I'll let him go out to here, to the storage area, and I'll let him come out to our garden, because while it is outside the walls, it's not that far. And yeah, it's not exactly safe out here yet, but if for some reason I need to lock my guys into the safe zone, you know, like a manhunter pack or something, I will, you know, I can just erase that stuff. It's my home area need tidying up again. It doesn't really. It seems to be in a reasonable manner here. I know I went through and tidied it up recently. These pillars that I put in over here to hold up the roof have pushed it out, as has the wall, but that's not that big a deal. And welcome back to Productive Society, Hamster. I'm glad to see you. I guess I could use a second research bench, because we want to get more research done. So let's build you up. and you know, I kind of want to make that an inside area. So let's do that too, and we'll put a door there. I guess it's fine. And we don't really need to do steel doors inside the wall. We can do wooden doors. And then we will have, we'll be able to build longbows, which longbows are pretty important. I haven't had any long-range weapons brought in yet, so I'm glad I focused on smithing from the very start so I can build these longbows, because if I get an alien ship or if I get a siege, I'm going to need, well, I guess I won't absolutely need, but my chances of survival will be quite a bit higher if I have longbows available and don't have to worry about fighting them with my short bows and basically just rushing a melee was probably what I would end up doing. So is Gray... He's not the one who lost his leg. He's the one that has the trigger happy and the low shooting. So I'm still going to have him go do some hunting though. Maybe I should have him carry the pistol and... well, the short bow has a good, doesn't really matter. Although I'd rather have the guy who's going to hit have the better weapon. So I think I will have Gray carry the pistol, and I will have, it must be Leopard. I will have him carry the bow. So let's have you drop that. You don't have to wake up for that, but Gray, you do need to wake up to go equip that. And Hamster, why don't you carry... Oh, I know why you're not going to carry that. I guess you can carry that club. And it looked like Minoka set her weapon down. So go grab that spear, Minoka. Don't be such a lazy butt. You grab the short bow. Great. Let's set up an animal to be hunted. Where are all of our animals? Do I want to kill that poor Megatherium? I don't think they are likely to attack. I probably should try to tame it, but it won't eat corpses for me, so that's no good. Yeah, I think oh, it is very wild. So I probably would need a higher skill of animal handling to be able to recruit them. It's weird that there's not. Well, there's just not that many large animals around. I don't really see any predators. So that's good news. Be fun to have them start attacking those boomalopes, but it'd be a real shame if they went nuts and started attacking back. I'm just going to set that ostrich to be hunted. So many asked me to break open the room here, the Ancient Danger. And I probably would have been more tempted if, I think it was Ashery or Zenny or somebody mentioned that they are set, their difficulty level is set at the start of the game and never changes. So, I mean, if they're difficult, they're going to be difficult, and I don't want to crack it open and have to fight a really difficult battle right off the bat. So I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is take the opportunity to put a cut in here. The sun is rising. And it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day for the Ponds of Knife's Edge. But we're going to have to wait until later to find out. For now, I will ask you to please click that like button down below and let me know that you liked watching this video. Subscribe to my channel and tell your friends that they should subscribe or watch. Get me some more viewers. I really appreciate the viewers that I have. It's nice to see my numbers going up, especially with this new series. Oh, look at that, a siege. Well, just in time for me to not have the long-range weapon that I need. This will be exciting. Start to our next video. Leave some comments down in the comment area below. I like talking to people. It's fun. I'm a pretty nice guy for the most part. Most of you guys are too. So let's take advantage of that and engage in conversation. That's good times. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.